Hey, folks, welcome back to the lab for another lantern here. So, this is another one from the Rusty Bunch. Yes, the Rusty Lantern finds. You'll find the video. Most likely, I put a link down below to that. So, I'm systematically going through all the lanterns there because they're turning out pretty darn good. And by the way, Supervisor Baby is taking a break today because we have a stand-in here. This is a Fire King. This is the Fire King. So I had this video I did on this, and I did a restoration and fired it up. But what I didn't say at the end of the video is that it leaked all over the place. So I quickly cleaned up all the leaking kerosene, which came out. I did a tank sealing on it with Seal All. The first didn't take, so a couple of the cracks are oozing a little bit. So I resealed it with a whole other tube of Seal All, and that thing is sealed top to bottom, left and right. Burning great now. Yep. Yeah, that was a great project, man. I had so much fun. It took a long time, but considering where it started, man, go look at the video, you'll see. Yeah, Fire King. Awesome. This is my first one in the collection, and I am happy to have it. So, what we have here, though, this is another Dietz. It's a Dietz. This is a Dietz High-Low. Very popular. They probably made more of these than anything. I think this is one of the longest lines, I do believe, in production. One of Dietz's longest running particular models, I do believe, was High-Low, and things that it turned into and everything else. So here we have, this is pretty chewy. Got a cork in there. We'll find a cap. Okay. Yeah, pretty chewy down here, but look at the bottom, man. I tell you, all these lanterns. Somebody just I saw a comment somebody left on another one of the videos from these, and asking, what do you think they all burn? Because all the globes are all black with carbon and everything like that. This, I do believe, the guy's wife that went and cleaned up a couple of these, like wiping down and cleaning the globes. So this was most likely black with carbon. So I think they burned them all without fuel in them, or some kind of weird fuel, like maybe diesel or something. It had to have been something clean because the inside of the tanks are very clean. So it wasn't any kind of weird, like, used fryer oil or anything in there. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that nice bird. Very cool. Okay, so we're gonna dig into this High-Low here, and we'll see what kind of lantern we can get out of it. Okay, so here we go. High-Low. Can I get the bail out? Yes, I can. That's excellent. All right, no real problems with that. We can return that to yeah. All right, yeah, it's pretty. Some of this is pretty chewy, but we'll clean it up. Lock knobs doing their thing. See that? Lock knobs, man. If you have your globe guards properly positioned, lock knobs work great. Or the lock knobs right there. All right, so I'll be able to go right back in there. It's still got a little dirtiness on it. We'll clean it up. Let's see. Oh yeah, the High-Low has a hinged burner cone. There we go. Oh. Nice. All right. Cool. All right, so, I need to get this baby off of here. actually. Come on now. Okay, so this is high-low. Much, you know, this looks a lot like a Monarch, but this doesn't have a. It's just the thumb lift here, so, or finger lift, thumb lift, whatever you want to call it. So you got this little thing here, and this little extra thing that comes out here. You can see in comparison to there. In fact, let me. I'll show you what I mean here with the other camera. So as you can see, along with the two little knobs that latch onto these hooks here, there is an extra one. So when you want to raise the burner or the globe plate and the globe itself, put your thumb there and your finger on there and you lift up. I wish I could show you because I disconnected it, but when we get it back together, you'll see. That's how you lift it up. So either call it a finger lift, thumb lift, whatever you want to call it. Neat. So that's a nice shape. You got this here, the hinge. I want to get at that hinge and get that off there because we may have a problem getting at that. Come on now. All right. We'll find a cap for it. All right, so let's get at this. Let's get this burner out of here. Let's see. Oops. Okay, that's still good. Little piece of brass wire there. That'll clean up fine. Oh, wow, look at the inside of that, man. See, it's just a weird environment these things were in. I don't know, man. Inside the tank was great. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a little coil down in there as I kind of explore here and see what might be causing it to be stuck. I can tell it's stuck, but a little coil in there, that'll help. And these are difficult because they are sunk in, and this is a very delicate edge right here. So you gotta be really careful at what you're using to try to pry that apart. Ooh, that's in there. One is in there. Oh boy. Okay, I just kind of bent that little seat down there a little bit. Unfortunately, but I can repair it. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate tool marks and shit. Okay, so the inside of the tank looks good. And this here, let's see. New York, USA. Dietz, high, low. So I'm just sampling here to see what kind of condition the condition is in. And I'm also kind of helping get rid of some crap that won't go airborne with the bench grinder, which is going to be our next step here in just a minute. But I want to work on that burner a bit before I do that. Yeah, all right, this is going to be all right all over, except for the bottom of the fountain here. It's pretty chewed up. Probably going to find a pinhole in there. I think this will be all right. What if we can get a year off of this? I'm just curious. I mean, we'll get it eventually, but I like to know early on. It might be 36, 1936. S-3-36. Yep. Okay. Okay, so let me try this again here. See if we can get this off. Oh boy, this is unfortunate. All right, excellent. So, and that was an idea that I had tried a number of times, and it's worked well. So you get this old little pipe clamp and put it around your burner, and that holds it secure and keeps it round and solid and puts a lot of force on it because, I don't know, physics and shit. So you're able to get it nice and tight, and then that gives you a surface to tap on with a hammer. And that's what I did. And that was my surface, tap it with a hammer. Game loose. That and Croyle did the trick. Excellent. Oh yeah, good trick. All right, so now I am off to the bench grinder to clean this baby up. I'm really not excited, but I'm very curious. Let's see what's going on here. Well, no, this could be just like crud, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not rust. Maybe it's some kind of shit that it was sitting in. Okay, yeah, that's rust. All right. Okay, I am off to the bench grinder. Clean all this stuff up. And I will be back in no time. All right, so yeah, we got this is cleaned up Very nice. That's nice. Burner and the crown, or the cone, cleaned up nice. This is cleaned up nice, except for right around there. Yep. But I think we can get through that little bit. I'm thinking with 80 grit nylon wheel, we'll bring a little bit back to that. That's pretty harsh though. Pretty harsh. No making it go away visually anyway. But yeah, this is gonna be just fine. Just fine. Just fine. All right, so I'm gonna put a junk bit on here and work around at it. And let's see, I think I got an 80 grit left. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. Got a couple 80. We'll go around the bottom of this at some point. Yeah. Wow. The airwaves have gone absolutely batty. Wow. Propagation just went nuts here. So I am hearing everybody at once. It's a mess. All right. Now, junk bit. We're going to get all the junky spots. And then we'll go with a wheel. Wire wheel. All right, let's go. Junk bit. Right. Okay. Well, now we are on to a wheel. That one's got some meat, and it's kind of uneven meat, but it'll do some junk bit like action for us. Get in the seams and things, and then we'll start a new wheel if we have to. But these things have been lasting really long too. These replacements for the particular Dremel wheel. These are much cheaper, and they're bigger, and they hold up really nice. All right, now we're going to go to a wire wheel and get in more areas that we couldn't get. So yeah, we're going in steps, so there was no paint to remove. And our first step was assessment and disassembly. Second step was bench grinder, which only could get to certain spots. And then we had the junk bit, only can get to certain spots. And then this gets to certain spots. So everything has its play. So here we go, wire wheel. Okay, so we got a little bit of a quick repair. Do here, and solder's busted here on the bail lock. So what I'll do, grab a clamp, without the bumpers on it, because they will melt. Okay, yeah, it gives us a little stand to work on it. All right. We'll just throw a little solder on that little crack right there. Pardon my French. There. Boom. Boom repaired. All right. Hopefully we won't need that solder or anything else on this. Okay. Now I think we'll do some pointy bit. Get in the corners. That almost good. There's good backup. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty fried. Pretty fried, but I could probably still do a little something with that. So, yeah, I use these things till there's nothing left, as you can see by these. There's just nothing left. But when they're like this, they are still a specialized tool. They are more specialized than one of these new, because it's got a point on it now. So now we can get in the corners. All right, here we go. Pointy bit in the corners. Now we'll go to, I think I'm going to try out the 80 grit on the bottom of the fountain here. And I think this will just brighten things up a little bit down here. Yeah, this is pretty tough, man. This 80 grit gets through a lot. Granted, it's not metal, you know, it's nylon, but it is tight. So I'm going to get down here, and I think that'll brighten things up a bit. I do. Here we go. 80 grit. So, yeah, by the way, I scored some from another junk haul, a junk auction haul. I actually scored a couple Dietz caps. Awesome. But, yeah, a little chewed up. So, we're going to lessen its chewage. And it'll match what we got going on here. Okay, and this is a Dietz cap. Beautiful. Yeah, I was made for it. Very cool. Okay. Now, we're going to throw some steel wool on this thing. And then you know what comes next? Yes, we're going to throw some oil on it. Treat it. All right, here we go. Steel woolly time. Nice. All right. We are ready for some oil. Getting rid of the steel wool dust. Gotta do that. Gotta do it. Fire Marshal Bill, still burning over here, doing great. All right. Let's do some oiling. Yeah, it's going to be loaded with patina, this lantern for sure. I need oil for my humid environment of the northeast of the USA. People asking, is that a good way to treat? Well, it's a great way to treat here in my climate here. It gets really humid in the summer, and things just rust. Then in the wintertime, they put salt all over everything. So yeah, things rust here in New York. But even if you're in a dry climate, you can still treat with linseed oil. I mean, why not, man? Thing is, you're not gonna want to keep reapplying it. You'd have to remove, in my opinion. Yeah, in my opinion, you would have to remove the past oiling and then reapply it, because this stuff does get gunky, and that's why I wipe it off. I mean, completely wipe off as much as I feel I need to for treatment and for aesthetics as well. I hate the shiny look, but all right, here we go. Watch how this darkens up everything. Yeah, it actually lessens the look of all that rust there. At least to me it does. put a little thumb lift there, finger lift, thumb lift, whatever you want to call it. All right, I'll show you how that works when we get it reassembled. All right, very nice. Oh yeah, shoot. All right, I wanted that off so I can put our hinge back on here. Wow, did not really realize how dirty my glasses were. Wow, I probably missed a lot of stuff. Whoops. Ooh, that's better. Very nice. All right, hinge is back on. Click. Now, oh, no, not totally on. Okay, I need a little more. There we go. Now we're secure. Now, that didn't have a wick in it, so we can find a wick. Okay, this will work. Ah. There's that. There we go. Click. Now, boom. All right. Now, oh. Okay, that's a little dirty. Maybe we can clean that up right here. Oops. Making a mess. Ah! Okay. I'm getting a little bit of the oil off my hands first before I attempt to clean glass, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Now it's clean. Get that in there. Knobs are locked. Boom. All right. We are done with this high-low. Why don't we come take a look? All right, there we have it, man. Dietz high-low, what did I say? 1936. Yep, S-3-36. Okay. All right, we are all done with this beauty. And Fire Marshal Bill over there approves. Supervisor Baby is, like I said, taking some much needed spring break. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this edition, the high-low edition of 2026. It's probably not the last, but it is the first of 2026. Folks, thank you so much for stopping by the lab, and until next time, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.